Today we're going to talk about order of operations. Let's say I give you this math problem. 3 plus 2 times 5. One person could look at that and say, well, I could add 3 and 2 and get 7, and 7 times 5 is 35. Another person could look at it and say, well, maybe I'll take 2 times 5 first and get 10, and then I take 3 plus 10 and get 13. So because there's different ways to look at a problem, we need to find a way mathematically that we can communicate with each other so we're going to get the same answer. So just like when you speak a different language, there needs to be one common way to interpret that. Whenever we are doing math problems, we want to have one exact way that we can translate that problem to so we can each get the same answer. So scientists came up with something called order of operations, which helps us to simplify an answer so that we can clearly communicate the order that things are supposed to be done in. And we can clearly get the same answer we're solving a problem. So the order that we solve math expressions in follows something called PEMDAS. And you've probably heard of this before in some of your other math classes. The P stands for parentheses or grouping symbols. So it could be the regular parentheses or grouping symbols that look like these curly Q brackets here, or these absolute value bars right here. So they're kind of like waving at you saying, hey, simplify me first. So you want to go inside parentheses or any grouping symbols and simplify them first. The E stands for exponents. So exponents are those little raised numbers, like if you have a 2 with a little raised 3. This little raised 3 is called an exponent. That would be read 2 cubed, and that means you would do 2 times 2 times 2. 3 2's multiplied together. So we do parentheses, we do exponents. The next thing we do is we do multiplication and division from left to right. So if you have a problem where you have something like this, 2 times 3 divided by 2, you always want to go left to right when you see both multiplication and division. So you would do 2 times 3 is 6, and then 6 divided by 2 would give me 3. And the same thing with adding and subtracting. When you see adding and subtracting, you always want to go left to right. So if you had 2 minus 3 plus 7, you would not do 3 plus 7. You have to go left to right, this direction. You would do 2 minus 3 is negative 1, and negative 1 plus 7 is positive 6. So that is called order of operations. It's the order that all mathematicians follow whenever we want to simplify a math expression. So let's look at some examples. All right, my first example here says 7 plus 54 divided by 3 times 2. So I go through my PEMDAS checklist. So P is parentheses. Do I have anything in parentheses to simplify? Now, I have this 2 in parentheses, but there's nothing inside there to simplify. So I don't have anything to do with my P in PEMDAS. E is exponents. I don't see any exponents. Then I have my multiplication and division, and I have to go left to right. So I see that I have 54 divided by 3 times 2. I have to go left to right. So I have 7 plus. First thing I'm going to do is 54 divided by 3, and that gives me 18. And then I bring down my times 2. Now I'm going to do the multiplication. So I have 7 plus, and then 18 times 2, 36. And 7 plus 36 is 43. Notice how I showed my work. I just did one step at a time. And my work when I'm done looks sort of like a V shape, where it gets kind of narrower as you do each step. All right, let's look at the next problem. 17 minus 2 to the 5th power divided by 4 plus 6. So I'm going to go through my checklist. I don't have any parentheses, so I'm going to jump down to, in my PEMDAS checklist, E for exponents. And I do see here, I have, oops, sorry about that. I have 2 to the 5th power. That means 2 multiplied by itself 5 times. And you can put it in your calculator. If you hit the button that has, there's a little arrow that points up, you can hit 2 and that arrow and then 5, 2 to the 5th power. And that gives you 32. So I have 17 minus 32 divided by 4 plus 6. So I did not have parentheses. I did do my exponents. Now I have multiplication and division left to right. So right here I have 32 divided by 4. That is 8. So I'm going to bring down everything else that I have and kind of keep that V look going on. Now I'm just down to my adding and subtracting left to right. So 17 minus 8 is 9. And then I have 9 plus 6 is 15. Now that you've seen those two, why don't you take a minute, hit pause, and try number 15 on your own. When you are ready, hit play to continue. Okay, so hopefully you did the exponent first of 4 squared and got 16. And then you took 24 minus 16 times 3 plus 15. In the next line, you should have taken the 16 times 3 and made it 48. And then you go left to right with your adding and subtracting. 24 minus 48 is negative 24, and then negative 24 plus 15 is negative 9. Again, I can't stress enough, notice my work. Do one step at a time so that your work ends up looking like that V shape. Let's look at the last problem. The last problem, we have some parentheses, and we have a division sign that makes it look like a fraction bar. So when you see a fraction, like this right here, that is also a grouping symbol. You want to simplify the top, and then you want to simplify the bottom. And the very last thing you do is you simplify the fraction. So the fraction bar kind of separates the math problem into two separate math problems. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with simplifying the top. And in the numerator of the fraction, I have parentheses. Inside the parentheses, I need to do order of operations. So first of all, I have an exponent. I have a 2 squared. So inside my parentheses, I need to simplify that. So I have 7 minus 4 in parentheses plus 17 in the top. I'm just going to recopy the bottom. So now I've eliminated my exponents. Now let's simplify the top some more. Let's simplify the parentheses. So 7 minus 4 right here gives me 3. So I have 3 plus 17 in the numerator. In the denominator, I have negative 14 plus, and I'm going to go ahead and take this 2 times 5 and make it 10 because I know I'm going to have to multiply before I add. So now we add the numerators, the numbers in the numerator, 3 plus 17 is 20. In the denominator, negative 14 plus 10 will give me a negative 4. The last thing I do is I reduce or simplify that fraction and put it in simplest form, and the answer is negative 5. So that is how you follow order of operations to simplify a numerical expression.